What's going on YouTube? This is your boy Black Blade Uchiha bringing you another video on this game Black Deck. And as you see, the Arena Clash did start today. And what is more fitting than going over the Arena meta right now? So let's go ahead. We're going to go into the Arena. And if you are new to this game, you can check what's going on with the higher tier competition by clicking this little graph thingy, right? That name is so epic. Solo Leveling. That's a great show. And you'll see you can just click on their names or click on whoever's in first all the way through, I think, 100th place. Excuse me. And you will see what they are doing for their games or for their decks. Now, granted, a lot of this is their arena defense, but even still, a lot of these arena defense decks can be used offensively as well. So take that into account when looking at these decks. So let's check out Solo Leveling. All right, he or she is using a Wasteland deck with Kalatoris. Right, Kalatoris is by far the best Wasteland hero. I do not have Kalatoris as of yet. I hope I pull him soon. Him and then the Goblin Bomber. Those are two legendaries that I really want to get, that I know I can pull, but I have not pulled them yet. The only two. But then you got two Rat Kings here. I'll say that's another one I would love to see. And then they have 3 Cursed Puppets and they have 3 Storm Rods. This is really interesting, really strong. And when you click on them, you can see what artifacts they're using as well, as if they're foiled out. You can see that a couple of these cards are, if not all of them, are max foiled out. So they either spent money or they didn't. Not my show, not my rodeo, but that's what it is. You have Atlantis, something pretty much the exact same build, except there's one more Storm Rod than a Cursed Puppet. All right. Same thing here with Dito, but instead of 2 Rat Kings, they're using Blizzard Wizard. Now, I've seen this every once in a while in the arena, and when this skill, which one is it? This one. Freezes 6 enemies for 2 turns when it enters the battle. This ability is so doggone annoying. Like, if someone did this in a Noctola build, I think that's her name. If they do that in that build, that is going to be nuts. Okay? Absolutely nuts. If this skill is maxed out, it's ridiculous. Okay? And it's annoying. The only way to counter that is with resistance to all elements, resistance to frost, or you have somebody who has a frost artifact set on them, or they have the ability already and they're naturally immune to frost. So that's the only way to really get around something like that. Okay, but that is really good. I'm just going down the list a little bit. It's a lot of Wasteland. You see that they got a Banshee in here, 2 Rat Kings, 3 Storm Rods, and 2 of the Cursed Puppets, and Kalatoris being the linchpin of everything. I've ran into this before. This is ridiculous. My goodness. So if you are not aware of how this type of thing functions, right? You essentially have 5 with 3 Goblin Bombers, 2 Goblin Exterminators, right? Those 5 cards are your damage dealers, right? They're hitting hard, they're hitting heavy, they're hitting everything on board. The Goblin Bombers are probably doing most of the work because they attack from range and not as a melee. So they don't take any damage when they attack, right? Then you have, I thought I saw something else. You have Royal Law Mage, right? Royal Law Mage ability to stifle summoning from everybody. The only counterintuitive is a slime, but the reason behind that is because not always will both cards be on the field. Okay, not always, but if they are, you hope that they kill your Law Mage before they kill the slime. If they kill the slime before the Law Mage, that means you're not going to have those 1 to 2 or 3 extra tokens. The two extra summons, right? You won't have that. So let's keep it moving. We have King of Callum. He is one of the cards that you can. He's one of the cards you can get currently. You have to max out the summon tournament. Excuse me. You have to max that out and win it in first place in order to get there. Okay. They have 4 of the Watchers, a Blizzard Wizard, 2 Slimes, and a Jester. Jester is nuts in this build. This is ridiculous. But the way this works, after a couple turns, when King of Callum is online and he transforms, right, he debuffs everybody on the board and becomes the sole person hitting, or sole card hitting. So he's going to be the only one that's doing damage for a turn or 2, and after that, it's going to be back to square one. Now the downside to that is if you have cards that are strong enough to deal with the debuff, like goblins, because I've dealt with it with goblins, and I've also lost to this card too with goblins. Goblins have the ability, because they buff each other so much to the point where it makes that obsolete, right? That debuff means absolutely nothing at that point. Wasteland cards can do it. Abyss cards can do it. Dragons can do it. They can get around that debuff. Knowing that once that debuff is hit, it's going to hurt all of his cards, and they're easy pickings. Okay, so that's one thing you have to think about with that if you were to use that. This is another strong one. Banshee is the lone big threat, and then you have the damage dealers of your Goblin Bomber. It's usually the main one. That's the Goblin Bomber. This is very, very, very like Swiss Army knife type of build here, so it gets rid of a lot of different things. It answers a lot of different things, right? But that's you have this. You have Dobby Rat Street in the top 100. My goodness, and using some rats as well. It's actually something I'm working on right now. The only thing I don't have is Rat King, and that would actually make things stay in full circle and make it a lot better. Because honestly, Dobby Street Rat is best paired with Rat King, hands down, best pairing, because Rat King feeds off of Dobby Street Rat, and Dobby Street Rat feeds off of Rat King, so they work in tandem with each other, right? Then you get Curse Puppet coming in clutch with the hit 4 at random, and he has the Immortal set with the piercing, right? You have Blizzard Wizard who's coming in, say turn 1. You have Blizzard Wizard, you have Curse Puppet, you have Rat King, and you have, obviously you're gonna have your Dobby Street Rat. So you got those 4 at the very least. That is pretty much a GG. Have a nice day. This is nuts. This is nuts. Whoever Rogers is, you're doing good. You're doing good. That's a good build. All right, but I'm not going to keep going too far. I just want to show you guys what's going on in the meta for the arena. And with that being said, I'm going to end this video right here. Don't forget to smash that like button, comment down below, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you know when new content drops. Holla back at your boy. Peace.